I'm recording this video tonight of Monday, December 14th. So if this actually happens sometime between now and the time of this video's uploading, which will be 2 p.m. PST the next day, Tuesday, December 15th, then I apologize. But I have the video scheduled on upload that I upload probably at like 4 or 5 a.m. in the morning, then I go to bed, then I wake up at like 2 in the afternoon, and then the videos are already uploaded. But this one's a juicy topic, man. We have ourselves some actual Vancouver Canucks stuff that goes over what exactly it is they want to do. But before we get into that, thank you to those who commented, 66 Wolverines, all you beautiful people over here displaying the fact that you did watch to the end of yesterday's video. Talk to me in the comments about today's keyword if you want to be featured in the next Canucks video. But back to our scheduled programming. Today we're talking about the Vancouver Canucks and Travis Hamonic, because yesterday there was a TSN radio hit that explained the overall situation with the Vancouver Canucks and this 30-year-old right-handed defenseman. So if we go over to Pro Hockey Rumours and we talk about it, while there hasn't been much to speculate on, Hamonic's name did come up in a conversation today on TSN Radio in Vancouver, where Bob Marjanovich explained he had heard that both the Vancouver Canucks and Calgary Flames were interested. Both teams are currently dealing with cap crunches, so would need to move money before signing Hamonic to a 1-year deal, according to the source Marjanovich. Now, there is indeed a link on this article to the Donnie and the Moj episode where this did indeed take place, so we'll leave a link down in the description to both the Pro Hockey Rumours article as well as the audio hit. We also had ourselves a tweet by TSN 1040 that was actually deleted explaining the situation as well. Calgary and Vancouver in on Hamonic. Whoever can clear enough cap space will get him on a 1-year deal, a show-me deal. I don't know if TSN 1040 is going to get really pissed off if they see this video because I included this tweet. It was posted on the Reddit here, but it was actually deleted afterwards. But that's our situation here. Travis Hamonic is as we said, a 30-year-old right-handed defenseman, 6'2", 205 pounds, who recently played with the Calgary Flames, getting 12 points in 50 games played. He's been a guy who has been slowly on the decline. Since his days with the New York Islanders, he has played a ton around this league, but now there's heavy interest from the team that he was a part of before, the Calgary Flames and the Vancouver Canucks. Now, firstly, let's just say the last time Travis Hamonic played hockey was with all those other lottery teams back before the 2019-20 season got cancelled. That's because when the return to play happened, you may remember this, but Travis Hamonic was one of the few NHL players to say, "Nah, fam, not for me. I'm staying home. I'm not going to the return to play. I'm not going to the bubble. Sorry, Calgary, but you guys are going to have to go without my services." And you can say whether or not Calgary Flames fans were happy or sad because of that, but, you know, it did happen regardless, which is why we're talking about it here. He hasn't played hockey in a long time. He's rested his body, he's in a spot where he is a year older, but there certainly is a capacity of improvement here if you go out there and you try to take a shot on this guy, who is indeed a right-handed player, so, you know, right-handed defensemen are always somewhat valuable. But because this whole Travis Hamonic thing came out on the media, it got everybody in Vancouver just talking endlessly about Travis Hamonic. It was all over Twitter. It was all over different radio hits. We had a radio hit from Ray Ferraro later in the day talking about how Travis Hamonic is a lowercase Chris Tanev. How this guy is a player who isn't really able to score any points, and I guess that's offensive to Chris Tanev now, Mr. Game 4 overtime winner Chris Tanev. Am I right? Am I right? But yeah, seriously, Chris Tanev doesn't really score too many points. Travis Hamonic doesn't really do that either, but he's a nice shutdown guy who, at his best, is actually able to contribute some big minutes out there. But, you know, there's a lot to prove for Travis Hamonic going into a new chapter of his NHL career, so to say. We had ourselves some more tweets over here. This is what Elliot Friedman said on air. "I do know Vancouver has been in and out. I still think they remain interested, but they don't have the flexibility cap-wise." And this is indeed something that did happen. We spoke about this, oh my goodness, it was like a few weeks ago? A month ago, maybe? Talking about how the Vancouver Canucks were apparently in on, I believe it was Mike Hoffman and Travis Hamonic. That was the video that we spoke about Hamonic last. But then going over the actual opinions here, this is what JD Burke said about the Travis Hamonic idea. He's quote tweeting the TSN 1040 tweet that got deleted. But he says that Hamonic is not even that good, but man, would the addition of Hamonic ever drastically change the complexion of the Vancouver Canucks blue line? That's where their depth is at. And he's right. say what you want about J.D. Burke. I know the guy has his fans. I know the guy has the people who disagree with him more than agree with him, but he's absolutely right here. What, you're going to go into a 2020 redemption season where you're trying to get back into the second round of the playoffs with Tyler Myers and Nate Schmidt on your right side? Those guys are good players, I guess. Tyler Myers, you can say what you want about Tyler Myers, but who's in that last spot? Is it Jordie Benn? Ben playing as a left-handed defenseman on the right side because a guy like Olli Juolevi is thrusted into that lineup already too? Do you have Brogan Rafferty, who is very good in the AHL? I'll say that. I'm a big believer in Brogan Rafferty. I want to see this guy come up from the AHL and do some very good things in the NHL. Continue the below a point per game pace he was scoring at as a right-handed defenseman, power play quarterback. I'd love to see it, but, you know, I would not expect that to be the case right away. You know, I think that's fair. So, if it's not Brogan Rafferty, would you want to see a Nate Schmidt and a Tyler Myers and ex-player rotating in and out, whoever that is? It's a rotation between Ben and Rafferty, and that's pretty much it. You have Chatfield, too, who could be there, but right-handed defenseman depth for the Vancouver Canucks, it's not deep unless you're counting Brogan Rafferty as an already established NHL talent, which you shouldn't at this point because he quite literally is not. Here's a reply from Carling O'Keefe Dieselbert. They're extremely thin on the right side with only one natural righty in Myers. Hamonic would help offset Stetcher's loss, and with Schmidt and the potential emergence of Juolevi and Rathbone, actually be a significantly improved blue line. So, long story short here, there is indeed a valuable discussion to have when having another right-handed defenseman, one who is NHL caliber, added onto your squad. Now, this isn't the same Eric Goodbranson, oh, you're getting a guy just for the sake of getting a guy and he doesn't really do what he's supposed to do. Eric Goodbranson, if you remember, he was supposed to be a big, hulking, physical D-man who could push guys off the puck, and he didn't do that. Instead, he ended up giving the puck away a lot. But for Hamonic, he is kind of what Ferraro said, you know, a Chris Tanev light, a player who can go out there, diffuse chances, and who actually makes his money by being that defensive rock. But going over to the Calgary Flames side of things, because the Calgary Flames are the other team that's mentioned in this discussion too, a lot of Calgary Flames fans that I saw after this tweet, this idea was published out there into the media, we're kind of questioning it. Because a lot of Flames fans are like, okay, we have Chris Tanev now. What's the point of getting a Travis Hamonic? I mean, the Flames have $1 million in cap space. Do you think it's really worth it to go out there and acquire a guy in Hamonic who is kind of the same prototypical defenseman as Tanev, especially with the fact that they have not re-signed Oliver Kylington yet? Kylington's a left-handed defenseman who's 23 years old. He's an RFA. He needs a contract. If you sign a Travis Hamonic, you're getting rid of Kylington. No questions asked. It determines the future of this other guy that a lot of Flames fans are like, yo, I want to see this guy develop. I want to see this guy being given limited 5-on-5 ice time. Give him a chance on the power play. Allow him to flourish his offensive skills, because that's what Oliver Kylington is. You're not going to get the same kind of shutdown defense from a Kylington as you would with a Tanev or a Hamonic, but the offense is there, and you already have a Tanev, so it's not like your defensive ability is being sacrificed by taking a Kylington over Hamonic, because Chris Tanev's right there. He's the TJ Brody replacement. So, you know, there's a whole bunch of discussion to have over here, especially with both sides of the coin. Obviously, because I'm a Vancouver guy, I'm biased. I know that. I definitely acknowledge that. I was going over the Vancouver angle a little bit more in this video, but, of course, if Travis Hamonic ends up with either of these two teams, then it'd be very interesting to see. I personally just want to see Vancouver do something, you know? If the Vancouver Canucks get Hamonic, it means they made a move. It means they traded out somebody else. It means they put someone on the LTIR. It means they sent some of the Utica. That's what I want them to see. This team is so stagnant. Give me action, bro. I want to see this team do things, because that's exciting. And I want to be excited by my favorite hockey team, you know? So, personally, I would like to see Vancouver try it. But they need to free up cap space too. Calgary needs to decide what they're going to do with Kylington, if they're going to go out there and get a Hamonic to sign back with their squad, because Chris Tanev kind of plays the same kind of role. So who knows what's going to go on. Comment down in the comments below if you made it to the very end of this video. Oh man, let's talk about Get Out. Yeah. Get Out. Have you seen the movie Get Out? Talk to me in the comments if you have. If you have not, just talk to me. Get Out. Say Get Out. And the reason I'm saying Get Out is because Travis Hamonic played for the Moose Jaw Warriors in his junior days, and if you know the movie Get Out, you kind of know what the moose has to do with it. Actually, no, not moose. It was a deer in the movie. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm completely blanking out here, but you gotta get the point here. Yeah, get out in the comments if you made it to the end of this video to let me know if you've made it to the end. But for all this other stuff on Travis Hamonic, whether you're a Canucks or a Flames fan, tell me what you think in the comments below about those situations. I hope you enjoyed this video. And bye.